So Exipure is a very popular weight loss supplement. There's all kinds of YouTube videos about it. But in this video, I want to do something different. I want to show you the ingredients in Exipure. I want to show you the company, the research on Exipure, and the customer complaints that no one seems to want to talk about to help you get a better idea of what to do and what to expect if you buy this supplement. Also, if you like these longer deep dive videos on a particular supplement, leave me a comment below and a thumbs up so I know this is a popular video, and I'll do more of them. Okay, so right off the bat, how is Exipure supposed to work? So the idea behind it is you're not making enough brown fat, brown adipose tissue, and Exipure is supposed to contain ingredients which are supposed to ramp up your amount of brown fat. Brown fat's more metabolically active, and therefore if it burns more calories, you will burn more calories even while you're sitting there. So is there any proof that Exipure raises brown fat, but mostly does it help people lose weight? So let's begin our discussion by looking at the Exipure ingredients. I'm going to take this right from the supplement facts label and show it to yourselves. As you can see, every one capsule of Exipure has 300 milligrams of a proprietary formula. They call it an Exipure formula blend, and it's mostly made up of olive extract. And it's got olive extract, it's got holy basil, I see quercetin, white ginseng, and stuff like that. Berberines in it as well. So if you're just looking at the supplement facts label of Exipure and you're not quite sure what it means, essentially it means that every capsule has 300 milligrams of this proprietary blend made up of 9 different ingredients. And the ingredients that you see first make up most of the proprietary blend. That would be olive extract. And then those towards the end make up the least of the proprietary blend. So because olive extract is the very first ingredient you see in Exipure, that tells us the company thinks it's mostly responsible for the beneficial effects of Exipure. So is there any research on olive extract and weight loss? So there actually is. There is an investigation. It's titled Olive Leaf Extract Supplementation Combined with Calorie-Restricted Diet on Reducing Body Weight and Fat Mass in Obese Women. And this is a randomized double-blind controlled trial, which is a good study. Now, what's the study look like? Essentially, they've got 70 overweight women that everybody is put on a low-calorie diet. They eat 500 calories less per day. That's a key. And half of them are given 250 milligrams of olive extract, and the other half of these individuals are given a placebo. After the study is over, it's reported that the women taking the olive extract in addition to low-calorie eating, they showed improvements in blood sugar levels, insulin levels, cholesterol went down, insulin resistance improved, and as I've highlighted in yellow, these women lost more weight, their body fat went down, and their body mass index went down as well compared to those people who only dieted and took a placebo. And some of these numbers look pretty interesting because if you look at, say, the body weight, it's looking like the women taking the olive extract lost almost twice as much body weight as those taking a placebo. And same thing with fat mass. Looks like they lost about twice as much body fat as the women who just went on a diet and took a placebo. So all of that sounds great, and also begs the question, why can't you just take an olive extract and save money on Exipure? Olive extract supplements are on Amazon, they're in health food stores, and they're not expensive. So if you're on the fence about Exipure, you're not sure if it's right for you, maybe just try some olive extract for yourself for a couple of months and see what happens. Now, the other thing I want to call your attention to is that if you go to the Exipure.com website and you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see a list of 14 different scientific studies which are used to support how well Exipure works. But not one of these studies is about Exipure itself. Just so you can see them for yourself, here is a breakdown of all 14 of these different studies where you can see for yourself. Most of them are mouse studies and rat studies. I only saw 2 that actually involved human beings. And as I said before, not one of these investigations is on Exipure itself. Now, lack of evidence doesn't necessarily mean that Exipure doesn't work. However, it would be nice if the company would sponsor a clinical trial to see if Exipure A does raise brown fat in human beings, and more importantly, does Exipure cause weight loss in human beings as well. So let's switch gears here and talk about where the Exipure company is located. If you go to the Better Business Bureau website, which we'll talk more about in a minute, you'll find that the address, the Exipure company address that's listed with the Better Business Bureau is 1301 Ridgeway Drive, McHenry, Illinois. Now, if you go searching on the internet for that particular address, you'll see that it corresponds to an industrial center that appears to house several different businesses. Just a few that I saw when I was looking on the internet included a healthy back company, and even another dietary supplement listed the same address as well. Okay, so now let's turn our attention to the Better Business Bureau rating for the Exipure company. So the Better Business Bureau is not very generous with the company. They gave them an F rating the last time I checked, and again, the last time I checked, there was over 90 customer reviews that were listed with the Better Business Bureau. Most of these reviews were customer complaints from people who purchased Exipure but were not satisfied with the results. The Better Business Bureau also says that they have an alert out for the Exipure company that basically highlights a pattern of complaints from customers who complained that they needed to send the bottles of Exipure back in order to be eligible for refunds. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Also troubling is that the Exipure company does not appear to respond to people who lodge complaints with the Better Business Bureau. Last time I checked, it was only about 1% of the 90 or so complaints. So let's take a look at some of the customer complaints about Exipure and highlight some things that might help you if you decide to try Exipure for yourself. So we have this person who purchased a 6-month supply of Exipure and said that it did not work. She said she had 0 results with Exipure, and when she contacted the company to get a refund, she was told that she had to send the empty bottles back to the company in order to be eligible for the refund. She did not keep those empty bottles, and so she was not eligible to get a refund on the 6 bottles she purchased. And then there's this person who purchased 6 bottles of Exipure and took it for 6 months, did not lose any weight, and was told that they exceeded the 6-month refund policy when they tried to get a refund. So one thing I would say about this is, if this sounds like you and you purchased 6 months of Exipure and you're not seeing any difference in weight loss after, say, 5 months, contact the company and try to get a refund. 1 extra month isn't going to make a difference. In this customer complaint, the individual purchased 6 bottles of Exipure, said it didn't work after 6 months and wanted a refund, but again, did not keep those bottles. The company does not honor refunds if you do not send the empty bottles back. So keep those bottles. They're really important if you're going to try to get a refund on Exipure. And in this customer complaint, we see someone who ordered 15 bottles of Exipure, but only received 9 of them in the mail. That person then contacted the Exipure company to see where the extra bottles were, but could not reach the company. The individual then lodged a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, who unfortunately didn't respond to the complaint on the Better Business Bureau website either. So I could spend the entire video talking about Exipure complaints, but I won't. I'll simply point you to the Better Business Bureau website so you can see the complaints for yourself. Now, one thing I will say is that some of the individuals who left complaints had said that they were not aware that they had to send the empty bottles of Exipure back in order to be eligible for a refund. Well, those details are available on the website if you know where to look. The details are listed on the shipping page, which is listed at the bottom of the Exipure website, and here is what they say. In order to obtain a full refund for an order, you must return all bottles of your order. They go on to say you must clearly state the following details: your ClickBank ID number, your full name, your full address, your email address, phone number, and that's how they can figure out who you are and get you the refund. They go on to say failure to meet both of these requirements that I just mentioned will result in our inability to give you a refund. These are my opinions based on what I think and what I've seen on the company's website. So for pros, okay, the ingredients do have some research. I didn't go through all the research and all the ingredients here, but there is some research on most of the ingredients in Exipure, and I say that's nice. I also like the fact you're only taking one capsule a day, so this isn't really going to interrupt your day. You're not going to have to take a whole bunch of capsules. One a day is all they're recommending. They do say the product is made with non-genetically modified ingredients. I like that. They also say that each batch goes through third-party testing for purity to make sure it contains what the label says. I like that as well. I also like there's no auto shipment, so you're not going to get slapped with credit card charges that you didn't know. So you buy it once, and when you run out, you have to order it again. So that's a pro. And they also say Exipure is made in America, which I always like to see. Now, as for the cons, just because there's some research on the ingredients does not mean it's the same thing as research on Exipure itself. As far as I can tell, there is no clinical research on the Exipure weight loss supplement. That's a con in my book. I also don't like that there's a proprietary blend in Exipure because that shields us from seeing the actual amounts of each ingredient. But as I pointed to earlier in the video, since olive extract is the first ingredient, you know it makes up most of the proprietary blend. This company has a very poor Better Business Bureau rating, and also not responding to complaints listed with the Better Business Bureau is not a good factor in my book. And just because Exipure is made in the United States does not mean the ingredients are sourced from the United States. Unfortunately, when it comes to dietary supplements these days, many dietary supplements get their ingredients from other countries, including China. So there you have it. There's my review on Exipure. I hope it helped you decide whether or not Exipure is right for you. If you like these longer deep dive videos on particular dietary supplements, leave me a comment below or give me a thumbs up so I'll know that you want to see more videos like this. And if there's any other supplements you want me to review like this, leave them in the comments below too, and I'll add them to the list. Until next time, take care.